So today we're going to be doing the gingerbread village for our Christmas inspired kitchen. So let's get to it. Basically wanted to go in that empty space over there. I think that's enough space for a little village. There are different DIYs online. There's one where you just basically cut it out and fold it, and it looks like the village. Or I can go ahead and make these like actual houses where there's walls and a roof and everything. But this is just basically the background. So I actually think it'll be fun if we do both of them. So first I'm going to do something like this where I get a long piece of cardboard and I go ahead and cut it out into like little houses. And then in front of it, I think it'll look cute if we do like actual little houses with walls and stuff like that. So for starters, we will need obviously some cardboard. I'm actually trying a new technique. I could definitely still use white paint, and I probably will use white paint, but I also want to try this little rope technique, this string, where instead of painting it, we could just go ahead and glue it. So that should be pretty easy. This is just leftover white yarn. So, and then also I'm just gonna need some glue gun with glue gun sticks. Not sure if we're going to use the tape or scissors, but I always bring that out just in case I need it. And the stapler too, I mean. The scissors, we need the stapler. Sometimes X-Acto knives aren't the best. For some reason, I always find that I use them better if I use just a knife. So you could use an ordinary knife too. And then I want to sort of decorate it. So I'm going to go ahead and I have all these sequences and diamonds and things like that. I think it'll be really pretty to decorate with. And then here I also have some little pieces that I think I've shown in my last video. So I can definitely go ahead and decorate with those. And yeah, it should look pretty cute. Okay, so to make the background, I have to measure a piece of cardboard that goes from there to there. So the bigger cardboards are at the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and choose one. So this cardboard seems to be big enough, except the only thing is I've already made creases in them. So I'm not going to use this one, but I guess I could still use that for something else. I'm going to have to use two of them. So maybe like one this big and then one that big, and I'm going to attach it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off all the edges with the X-Acto knife and the knife. Okay, so that's basically what the background is going to look like, and then we'll do little small ones in the front. So now I'm going to go ahead with a pencil, draw out a bunch of houses. So first I started with the roof, and now I'm doing the windows, and then I'll do the doors. Now I'm going to go ahead with the knife and the scissors and slowly cut out the bits, but I'm also going to try to cut out the windows. I do realize windows needs like a little X on the inside to make it look like a proper window. Some windows don't. Some windows can just be like open, but if that's too difficult to do with the knife, I will just have to poke it through and add it later. So for now, I'm just going to cut it all out. I'm basically doing this technique where I'm poking it through, cutting out the parts. Okay, so that's the house number one. And I will go ahead later and add little bars through the windows, but that was door number one. Now all the other ones. Okay, so I like how it came out so far, the background. And it fits perfectly, but before we get into finishing off it with the white, I actually want to add some red behind it. So with a glue stick or with some tape, I'm going to go ahead and secure the back wall with some red tissue paper. Okay, so that's how the background is going to look like, and later I will use little candles to light it up and everything. So yeah, that's basically what I want it to look like. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some artificial snow and pines to make it look like they're actually outside. So once the candles will be behind that, it'll look really nice. So now I have the hot glue gun ready, and I'm going to use some white paint to add white all over those gingerbread houses. Okay, with some paint, I'm going to go ahead and paint it. If you don't want to use paint, use the other technique where you use some string and it'll look really nice. So it really depends on how you want. I'm going to do both techniques. So to divide the house, I use paint. But now with some hot glue, I'm going to decorate the windows. So I went over it in white, But now to add windows, I'm going to use some of this string and some hot glue and basically just like secure it like that to look like a window. And now the window kind of looks like that. And I'm going to repeat it through all over. So I'm adding designs and techniques to make it look like frosting. And for the door, I actually want it to fold open. So with a piece of tape, I'm just securing it in the back. That way it can sort of stay open. And yeah, it'll still look cute that way. Okay, I added a bit of sequins to it to make it sparkle. Now I'm going to add this pretend little Christmas tree. Okay, the first house is done. Now just like a million more to go. Okay, so the last part is all done. Now is going to be the fun part where I get to decorate the gingerbread village, add some snow and all that. So before I add the little pieces, I will add some snow and make sure the houses fit up against this wall. Okay, so now I'm basically just going to cover it in snow. So I do want to add candles, but I don't want the candles to be too close to the cardboard because that could be a fire hazard. So I'm considering leaving the candles maybe like out here, further from the cardboard. So yeah, now I'll just continue with the snow. I'm gonna make it seem like they shoveled the snow a bit. Luckily this shelf is white because now if I just add snow in the corners, it kind of looks like a little path. So I added the snow. Now I'm going to add all these fun little pieces like this little snowman. I think I'll place him right here. Oh, this one too. These are stars. I think I'm going to place this Santa maybe like over here in this corner. Here's a snowman. I guess I'll put the snowman here. Let's see. This is a pretty big little teddy bear that we have here, so I think I'll add it there if it stays. Okay. Now for this little one, I will leave here this Santa with his head in an ornament. Maybe there. And now I have these angels. As far as this angel goes, I think I'm going to hot glue her to the top so it looks like she's flying. And actually, I'm going to hot glue these also because then it'll really look like they're snowflakes. So as for this candy cane, I can definitely just leave it there. So I'm going to hot glue these now. Wow, that looks really nice so far. I also want to add these two little trees. So I'm going to actually hot glue them down so that they stay. Now I'm going to place a few candles just at the front, not touching the cardboard because I don't want it to be flammable. All done. Now I got to clean this disaster of a mess. And then I'll show you the finished product. really like how it came out, and I could easily blow the candles. I can't reach. Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. Okay. Anyways, came out great. I hope you enjoyed your gingerbread village. By the way, the nutcrackers will be in another DIY. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and build some more. I also have the supplies ready, but that'll be in another video. See you.